So, what is representation and why is it such an important concept in media studies?
Representation is when something or someone is used to represent a wider group of people. This is important because the media is our source of understanding different groups and types of people, and so if the information we are being given about a certain group is incorrect, then that may affect how we see or even behave towards certain groups.
What is gender and what are some of the stereotypes associated with gender?
Gender is an unnatural social construction. Through its use of representation, the media have constructed ideal characteristics which determine whether someone is masculine or feminine based on ideas about ways a man or woman should act or even dress like in order to be masculine or effeminate. For example, some stereotypes of women are that they are weak, emotional, and in order for them to be successful or complete, they need a man in their life. Everyday TV programs and magazines reinforce this. In TV shows such as Desperate Housewives, we see exaggerated aspects of different types of women, all with problems, relying on men or looking for a man to complete their life. Unlike women, men are perceived as the stronger sex and the breadwinners of the household. Men are usually framed as successful and independent. Their costume, which is usually a suit, connotes wealth. Because we see this everywhere we go, we accept it as a norm and believe these features determine what a true man, or woman, should be like.
What magazine have you looked at in your investigation? Who owns it and what does it claim to offer audiences?
During our investigation, we looked closely at Sugar Magazine. Sugar Magazine is a magazine aimed at teenage girls. The magazine claims to help teens cope with changes in their lives, empower readers by giving them everything they want to know, and give the readers an exclusive interaction through many opportunities to win prizes and sections in the magazine, among many other things. Even though the magazine is written for teenage girls, it is owned by Hachette Flipaka UK Limited, an organization owned by adult men who also own other magazines such as Elle and Red. Magazine corporations guide women through life. Because they have magazines for all ages, they are continuously creating an identity for women.
Who is the audience for Sugar Magazine and what is their relationship with it?
Sugar Magazine is aimed at heterosexual girls aged 11 to 19 who are interested in celebrity gossip, boys, fashion and beauty. The Sugar experience allows girls of similar interests come together and not just read the magazine but be a part of it, through its use of advice columns, which allow girls to not only seek advice but also for them read and relate to other girls' issues, making them feel as though they aren't alone and have support. This is an example of the uses and gratification theory that states that we use the media, which in this case is a magazine, for integration and social interaction. This means that we use it to find out more about the circumstances of others through maybe empathy or sympathy. To them, Sugar Magazine is like their best friend. IT is always there to answer their unanswered questions, give them advice on what to do and how to look, and also to entertain them when needed.
What identity about gender does the magazine create for young women and how does it achieve it?
Sugar Magazine creates a superficial identity for teenage girls by promoting beauty through the products and advertisements, which mainly sell makeup and beauty products. Cover lines such as, "Get Pixie Lot Size," give off a message to young girls that in order to be beautiful they need to look like the celebrities they see on TV. It also promotes ideas about relationships. "I dumped my boyfriend for his brother." Cover lines such as, "Please help me, I want to get the hottest boy at school to notice me," present women as being the weaker gender, as it shows that they depend on and strive for attention of the opposite sex. The images of the celebrities that are seen to be role models use direct mode of address. By directly staring at the reader, the image represents the reader and implies that if they purchase that magazine they can be like the inspirational woman on the front cover, that is successful and beautiful. The costumes of the celebrities are usually of clothes that the reader can purchase. This makes it easier for the audience to relate to the celebrities appear to be just like them. The use of soft colors such as pinks connote femininity, and the bold colors like blacks and red make the magazine seem more edgy and youthful.
Do your findings suggest that Sugar as a magazine for young women simply reinforces gender stereotypes? Evidence from your content analysis support this?
On the whole, my findings suggested that the Sugar magazine reinforces gender stereotypes. My initial content analysis reinforced this, as it showed that majority of the articles promoted beauty and physical objects. Over half of the magazine's contents showed images of perfect-looking girls and the makeup that they used in order to look perfect. This reinforces the stereotype that women are something to be looked at. The second most frequent theme that came up was emotions and relationships. Most of the articles were about girls and problems with their boyfriends or boys they liked, and a lot of the celebrity interviews included highlighted sections about the new men in their lives or problems they had with boys when they were younger, reinforcing the stereotype that women are man-dependent. However, there were some sections that challenged stereotypes and promoted intellect and independence, although in comparison to the other sections this took up very little of the magazine content. This shows that girls reading this magazine are being preoccupied with materialistic things as opposed to being more intellectual or learning how to be in control.
What other media does Sugar use to engage with its audience?
Sugar magazine uses websites as another form of media to appeal to a wider market. Because it is online, not only is it free, but it is easily accessible to billions of people all over the world.
How is this an example of the way in which media is becoming more convergent?
Well, convergent media allows different forms to work together to benefit the audience. This allows the audience to interact with both forms efficiently. Cigarscape is a good example of convergent media because it works with other forms and allows its audience to navigate to related websites such as music websites and popular social websites, that is Facebook, allowing the audience to share the Sugar experience with a free ND.
Do the website simply reinforce or challenge gender stereotypes?
I think that the Cigarscape, like the Sugar magazine, reinforces gender stereotypes. The website frames women as objects and something to be looked at through its photographs and its modeling adverts. They also use a lot of pinks on the website as part of the house style, which is a stereotypical feminine color. The website also has comment boxes where people can leave advice, etc. Because anyone can comment, this it connotes that women are irrational and will accept advice off pretty much anyone. On the whole, the general content of the website is jam-packed with boxes of scrolling text about beauty tips, relationship advice, celebrity gossip, and very little information that challenges female stereotypes, making them seem intellectual or even capable of being in control.
Interesting. In your opinion, what impact might the gender identity created through Sugar magazine and through the Cigarscape website have on audiences?
Well, over 85% of the entire magazine portrays women with stereotypical characteristics that make them seem irrational, weak and vulnerable, etc. The hypodermic syringe theory states the media is like a syringe that injects ideas about attitudes and beliefs into the audience. If this theory is true, then it means that, because women are using magazines as a source of information to show them how to live and behave, then because magazines do not promote ideas about women being in control or as strong as women, it means women will assume that in order for them to be the best woman they can be, they must be all the things the media say they are. This doesn't allow women to be independent and strong, meaning that they will not be trusted to be leaders, as they are seen as irrational and emotional. Now, who wants a country to be run by a woman like that? Magazines such as Sugar reinforce patriarchy, meaning that men will always be seen as dominantly powerful and in control of society. It also reinforces dominant ideology, which is the belief that society subscribes to. So unfortunately, even though there are some great women in the world capable of running a country, because stereotypes don't take individuality into consideration, and they show a narrow-minded point of view of how women are. Anyway, I have a tennis match, so I've got to dash. Bye.
Bye.